last year, and I'm especially privileged and I was delighted to hear that you're reading Simply Christian. That was an exciting book for me to write. About 12 years ago now I wrote it, and it's dedicated, as you may have noticed, to two little people who were born that year, to Joseph and Ella Ruth. They are my two oldest grandchildren, they're cousins, and today they are 12, and I'm hoping, against hope, that if I nudge them into saying, actually this book was dedicated to you, they might even try and read it for themselves, because that's really what the whole point of it was. One of the nice things about being old is having grandchildren. If you're lucky enough to get old and have grandchildren, it is a blessing. You know what they say on bumper stickers, if I'd known grandchildren were this much fun, I'd have had them first. And so it has often been. We found with our granddaughters in particular, we have 5 grandchildren, 2 granddaughters, 3 grandsons. With our granddaughters, when you read them bedtime stories, most children's stories, sooner or later, there's a kind of awkward moment, a bit which makes you a bit worried. Where is this story going? And we have gotten used over the years, when a child shrinks away and tries to turn the page over quickly, to saying, it's all right, there's a happy ending. And so that's how we've usually played it. Until one day, about 2 years ago now, my wife was looking after our younger granddaughter, who was at 3, Annabelle she's called, and my wife was doing granny duty, and she'd taken Annabelle off to a nice place where they had a special exhibition and were encouraging children to come. And when they'd been around the exhibition, they were having lunch in the canteen, as you do, and Annabelle suddenly said she'd like another drink or whatever it was, and Maggie turned to get the drink, and when she turned back, 3-year-old had vanished. Now you imagine, in a museum in London, people coming and going, my wife absolutely freaked out. And she even phoned me, I was in Scotland, and I got this call saying, I've lost Annabelle, what shall I do? And of course, some kind person, she was only gone for maybe 2 minutes, and somebody found her and brought her back. And my wife Maggie hugged her and squeezed her, and Annabelle said, but it's all right, Nana, there was a happy ending. Thanks, kid. That's the problem we have with Job 42, isn't it? But it's all right because there was a happy ending. Does that make it all right? When you read Job chapter after chapter after chapter of horror and misunderstanding and what on earth is God up to and why did this happen and so on and so forth, will it really do to say, oh, well, it's all right, because in the end he had all these thousands of donkeys and camels and goodness knows what, plus 3 beautiful daughters, what more could you want? Actually, if any of you fathers present, if you have beautiful daughters, you know they get more expensive, not less, as they get older. Our life goes sometimes.